I think the cool thing about blockchain is that there's loads of really passionate people that work really hard on it. And the one thing that blockchain does better than anything else is like iterate at a speed I've never seen. People creating content or advertisers looking to access those eyeballs that are viewing that content, like the people that are adding the value, and then often the people that go on the internet, they're just forgotten, like we just get free content. But that trade-off, there's a lot of free content now, so I don't know if there's the value exchange, but
arguably, is it too much content?
Yeah, I think like if you and I started watching YouTube, we'd never finish it. Like TV, we'd be on like series 25 million and we'd still be like, I can't watch another YouTube video.
Yeah, I was going to say, so what about real-time verifications? Talking about, I mean, watching Horseshoe changing and stuff like that. Is it brand safe for a brand? But clearly, you've got two guys here. We definitely fit in certain target market segments, etc. I mean, is that brand not desirable, or I mean, is it brand desirability, brand unsuitable, brand not safe for us to be served an ad? If we're watching, a guy changing
their shoes changed,
a farrier.
So like what is they're trying to sell me a hammer or something? DeWalt, context would be good, for that. But I think
what about real-time verification is what I'm sort of leaning into here. So the verification of value, being able to tell whether a campaign is sort of working well. Driving the right sort of attention and detail. I mean, it's interesting. We programmatic all started with RTB, right? I mean, real-time buying was our thing. I think because everyone's gotten so busy, the optimizing or the focus on that has gone somewhat to the wayside. So again, leaning into and talking about blockchain platforms and stuff, is there an AI? Is there something to be said for using blockchain for verifying things more real time and sort of
It's funny, it's interesting you mentioned that. There's a technology that's existed for quite a while, but it's like becoming it's getting improved. Like I think the cool thing about blockchain is that there's loads of really passionate people that work really hard on it, and the one thing that blockchain does better than anything else is like iterate at a speed I've never seen relentlessly. So it's called, there's like zero knowledge proofs, or they can be used as zero knowledge logins on some chains, but effectively you can use like anything, like your email address, it can be a phone number. It creates an account, so but it doesn't store the email, it doesn't store the phone number.
So all GDPR and CCPA safe.
Basically, it has to have existed to create the transaction. And then, but all you're able to see is the transaction. You don't see what happened to, but you know that transaction can only have been created if there was an email address, if there was a phone number that was present before that. So you could, in effect, like target in a completely different way. It's deterministic, really, but you don't know who the person is. You just can then start to associate to a anonymous hexadecimal, alphanumeric, I should say, things that have happened and where that's been seen, but never know who the person is. But just like, hey, this person might like football and they might like living in London, and they might, we've seen them near the Emirates Stadium, like they could be an Arsenal supporter, to use myself as an example, so but you would never know that it was me, so like it gives you a much bit larger data set. There is the ability to send some value back. I think if anyone could ever crack that, we certainly haven't yet, but the ability to reward people for data, we've got some ideas for that.
That opens some interesting avenues for clean room sort of situations where you're overlaying vaults of data from different data points. So whether it be a census bureau or an Experian or banks or whatever, it's a little bit safer. But that would be tremendous for retention campaigns and It sounds a little bit like a remarketing opportunity 2.0.
Yeah, and if you think that zero knowledge can go both ways, so like you don't necessarily need the clean room per se. You just need to have had the zero knowledge proof from Experian that this data existed about someone.
All the middlemen and sort of places where a bit's been taken.
You don't need that.
So this is okay.
There's obviously incentives to, like, obviously not have this happen, but like there really is no need. And then I also think about like this idea of curation. Like I've spent a bit of time looking at curation, not as much time as I'd like to, but I think about it slightly differently, again from like a blockchain background. I spent a lot of time in the trenches, as they say. There's particularly with the way that you trade certain tokens, there's this notion of automated market makers. So like you have an amount of inventory multiplied by a price, which gives you equals a constant, which is like by and large the way that liquidity pools work to kind of give you a fair price for whatever a value of something is at a certain time. Could be Ethereum, could be Solana, could whatever token, enter your favorite token.